All right, making these videos is kind of fun. So now we're going to go ahead and do a few examples. I know, again, this is not on your sheet in front of you, but we're going to do this as a class. I would ask for volunteers, but unfortunately, since it's on a computer, you guys can't come up here and draw on it. But I want you to go ahead and answer them with me. If you want to do it out loud and be weird, that's okay, I guess. I'm just kidding. But I want you guys to really think about it and make sure that you are understanding this, because when I come back, because I know you guys learned this from watching this video, and if you guys want to, you can always just watch it on my YouTube channel too, because if you don't have anything else to do this weekend, that is what you should be doing. Show all of your friends, make it 1,000,000 views. Okay, so what we want to do is identify a corresponding angle to angle 2. We know that corresponding means the same position. Okay, so we want an angle that's in the same position as angle 2, which means if it's below the line, we need another angle that's below the line. So angle 2 is below that parallel line and on the left. So another angle that's below the parallel line but to the left. Okay, and we know that corresponding angles are congruent, is this blue line. I'm going to go ahead and mark that angle 1. So I can say that angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding. Okay, so they're both below that parallel line and to the left. Name a vertical angle to angle 8. Well, you know, vertical angles are across from each other and they are congruent. So if we're determining whether it's going to be a blue angle or an orange angle, we know it has to be orange because they're going to be the same. And the angle that's right across from it, okay, is this angle right here. I'm going to go ahead and name that angle 3. So angle 3 and angle 8 are vertical angles. Okay, so it's important that you understand that. So we're going to do a next example. Okay, more angle relationships. Identify a corresponding angle to 3. Well, corresponding, again, that means same position. So this time it's on the left-hand side of that transversal, but on top of that parallel line. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I need another angle that's on top of that parallel line, but on the left-hand side. So, we know that corresponding angles are congruent, so where to put this orange thing? Okay, well, it doesn't fit there. Doesn't really fit there. Where to go? Well, I need to be on top of that parallel line, so it gives me a couple options. And on the left-hand side of the transversal, well, that's only this one right here. So it's the only one that it could be. Okay, our next one says, identify an angle which is supplementary to angle 5. Supplementary means add to 180. Okay, so we need an angle that's next to it that adds to 180. Okay, well, am I going to use blue or am I going to use an orange? I'm not sure yet. Well, this blue angle is kind of small, so I kind of need a bigger one if I want to add up to 180. So where to put it? Well, I have actually a couple positions I could put it. This orange one right here that we already put down, I'm going to say angle 4. That's supplementary to angle 5 because it's right next to it and it makes up a straight line, makes up 180 degrees. I could also put it right here. Okay, and then these two angles make up a straight line, make up 180 degrees. But guess what? I can also put it one more place. I could put it right here because these two angles are next to each other and make 180 degrees as well because they make that straight line. So there's actually a lot of places that I could put it. So hopefully you guys understand that corresponding, same position, vertical, right across from each other, supplementary, adds to 180, because I'm going to test you that later today when we have an exit slip. Boo, I know, okay? And also when I come back, I expect you guys to know that after that 4-day weekend, okay? Last thing that we're going to have to know is sometimes we're going to have to use algebra and angle measures. I know, using algebra in a prep algebra class, shocking, okay? But we're going to have to use some variables. You see that x in there, okay? So this one says, how many degrees is angle 4? And then solve for x. Okay, so it's asking us quite a few things here. So angle 4 is that big 4 in red, okay? We got to find out how many degrees that is. Well, that angle is across from the 115. And I know that angles across from each other are congruent because they're vertical angles. So that means angle 4 has to be, you guessed it, 115 degrees. Okay, sweet. So they're vertical angles. That's awesome. Well, now how am I going to find x? Because that just looks weird. Well, angle 4, so I'm going to go ahead and draw this in blue. This angle is 115 degrees now. We want to know how many degrees that angle is. Well, they're on the same position. They're both below that parallel line and on the right-hand side. What do we call those angles again? Corresponding. Yes, we do. Thank you. So they're corresponding angles. We already know that corresponding angles are congruent. So what are we going to do? We're going to set them equal to each other. So go ahead and do that on your sheet of paper.